What is going on? Everybody, good Saturday afternoon. Your boy, the Bad Diggity Dizzle, back with the New York Giants prediction video over the schedule for the 2020 season. And I just want to say, hey, I figured out what was wrong with my microphone. So once we get that fixed, we'll have better audio. So I apologize for the audio lately, having used my computer output as far as the audio goes. The wire at the bottom of my Yeti microphone got bent pretty good. It started to come apart, so I just needed a new cord. I ordered that through Amazon this morning, so hopefully within a week I have that and the audio will sound better. But let's go over the schedule. I know the Entertainer and I did this on our Talking Giants show on Thursday night, but I didn't really go into everything, and I'll try to make this as quick and painless as possible. So we start with the Pittsburgh Steelers on Monday night, which is very surprising that the Giants are starting on a Monday night, seeing as we've been a really bad team over the last 3 years, but maybe with the inception of Joe Judge and all the new turnover that, it's going to bring some ratings to it. Obviously, the Steelers and Giants are two of the original franchises, and obviously a lot of history between the two. So it should be a great game. It is at home. I would imagine this is the night that Eli Manning's going to have his number retired, go into the Ring of Honor with the New York Giants. I don't know why they would wait for Tampa, but I would imagine they would do that this night. Hopefully it's a little bit better than it was when Phil Simms got inducted back in 1995 and the Cowboys beat the ever-loving hell out of us 35-0. I'll never forget that as long as I live. That was a bad night. It won't be like that this time around. I think the New York Giants are going to win opening night. I think that this new regime, everything going, it's just a totally different team. We had a good draft. We had a couple of good drafts. I feel like the Giants can beat the Steelers at home. We don't know how good Ben Roethlisberger is going to be, so I got the Giants winning that game, to be honest with you. I think they start off the year 1-0. I think they get it done. I think Pittsburgh and the Giants are pretty similar. I think Pittsburgh's kind of going the opposite direction as the Giants are, and I think we're somewhere close. I think we pull this out. I really do. At Chicago, this is a team that we should beat as well. I don't think Chicago is a very good team at all. I know they have Nick Foles. Nick Foles never succeeded outside of Philadelphia. They don't have any offensive weapons that scare you, and for a second year in a row, they didn't have a first-round draft pick. I don't really know how good or bad Chicago is going to be this year. I don't think they're going to be great. That's for sure. They are a sleeper for a lot of people. However, and it is in Chicago. We did lose this game last year to the Bears. It wasn't pretty. But, man, it's tough. I'm going to say we win this one, too. I'm going to say we start off the year 2-0. Maybe I'm being a little bit optimistic, but I think we're going to beat the Bears in Chicago. I really do. I think we get that running game going. I think we end up coming out with a W. So I got us 2-0 there. San Francisco at home, week 3. One of the toughest games we have this season. The defending NFC champions, we're not on their level yet. We're not. I hope we can compete. I hope that it's close. I would like to see us play with these guys for the entire game. At the end of the day, though, I just think there's way too much talent there. I think their edge rushers, their defense is very tough. Andrew Thomas is going to have a very he's going to get indoctrinated into the NFL very quick. I was going to say the Hall of Fame. We're going way ahead of ourselves. But Nick Bosa, Khalil Mack, a couple really good pass rushers there. T.J. Watt, of course, for Pittsburgh. I just think San Francisco is too much, and I think that they beat us in this game. Hopefully, like I said, we can keep it competitive, but I don't think we're beating San Francisco. At the Rams. Again, I don't think the Rams are great by any stretch of the imagination. I also think they're kind of declining a little bit. But flying across the country, going to Los Angeles, I just don't think we're going to beat the Rams at home. I think Jared Goff and company get this done. I think it'll be a close game. I really do. But at the end of the day, I think the Rams are still a little bit better than we are. And, I think we lose a close one to the Rams, maybe like a 27-23 game, somewhere in there. But I just don't think we're going to beat the Rams on the road. And, again, this is really not a big deal because at the beginning of the year, I don't see a home field advantage for anybody. I don't think there's going to be fans in the stands for God knows how long, maybe all year. So I don't think that has anything to do with it. I just think the travel is going to catch up with us. Flying west is always difficult for the East Coast team. Week 5 at the Cowboys. Thank God we're not playing the Cowboys week 1. So happy about that. I think we got closer to the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys got they declined on defense a lot. They lost a lot of defensive pieces. But again, I think at the end of the day, I think their offense is too good. I'm not a big fan of Dak Prescott, but their offensive line, even without Travis Frederick, is still formidable. As much as I hate Ezekiel Elliott, and I do, the guy's still one of the top 3 backs in the league. Some people tell you he's the best back in the league, and he's a bruiser. I mean, this guy wears down defenses. It's what the Cowboys do, and they added CeeDee Lamb. on the other side to go with Amari Cooper and Michael Gallup, and we have a very young secondary. They will be tested in this game at Dallas, no doubt about it. And again, I think that we keep this close for maybe a half, kind of like we did last year, but at the end of the day, I think Dallas runs away with this one. And I think we lose this one too. That puts us at 2-3. Washington, week 6 at home, we win. It's Washington. I don't really need to say anything else. But I am looking forward to Chase Young and Andrew Thomas going at it. We're going to see that battle for years to come. I'm still not a fan of Dwayne Haskins. I don't care if Ron Rivera is the head coach there or not. He's not an offensive head coach. Not a fan of Dwayne Haskins. And I think Washington's getting better. I do think Haskins will be better. I still think we beat Washington. We're 3-3 at that point, which seems to be pretty good. At Philly Thursday, we don't win at Philly on Thursday. I don't need to say anything else. Until the Giants show me they can beat Philadelphia, I'm not picking us against Philadelphia. Giants fans can like that or not like it. I don't care. We ain't beat this team in 3 years, and we don't ever win on Thursday night in Philadelphia. They kill us. Notoriously in this game, they kill us. Just keep it close. Just give us a chance. And if you're up at the half, like it seems like we're out every year, can we please finish out the game? I just don't think we're winning in Philadelphia on Thursday night. We don't ever win this game. It's the truth. Then we have a long break. We have 10 days off where we play Tampa on a Monday night in the Meadowlands or MetLife Stadium, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I think Tom Brady, Mike Evans, Godwin. I don't think Gronkowski will be playing. I think he's hurt. But I just think that they're going to be a little bit too much for us as well. I think we keep this close. I do. But Tampa Bay wasn't as good as they are. Last year, they're not as good as they were this year. What am I trying to say here? I think they're a better team this year than they were last year. The only reason we beat Tampa Bay last year was because William gave us 2 extra points and a 34-yard field goal at the end of the game, which, of course, you can watch the entertainer and myself's reaction, which a lot of people seem to enjoy. That video that's up on my page. If you want to go watch something funny, go type in, Giants fans react to Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think they're a little too good, and I think that we lose that game, and that would put us at, 3-5 at that point. At Washington, it's Washington. We win. Plain and simple. We're 4-5 at that point. Washington's the complete opposite. Until Washington shows that they can beat us, I'm picking us to beat Washington every time. Now, Washington's better, don't get me wrong, and I'm not saying we're going to wipe the floor with these guys. They played us very tough last year. We won in overtime. Daniel Jones had a big game. But, the Giants and Redskins are rebuilding, and I think both of these organizations are moving in the right direction. I think in a couple of years we're going to be at the top of this division, at least I'm hoping, because I don't hate Washington the way I hate the other teams in this division. But like I said, until they beat us, I'm going to pick us to beat them. So that puts us at 4-5. Philly, I just told you, until we beat Philly, I can't pick us to beat Philly. I'm not picking us to beat Philly. I think it's close again, and again, somehow I think we end up losing. It's just the way it happens at Philadelphia. It doesn't matter how good we play. It doesn't matter what we do. They always end up winning last second. Something strange, something happens. I can never pick us to beat this damn team until we beat them. So I got to pick us to lose. Puts us at 4-6. At Cincy, after the bye. Well, I think we're beating Cincinnati. I think it's going to be a very close game. I think Joe Burrow may have a good game at this point in the season, but I just don't think Cincinnati's a very good team at the moment. As good as Joe Burrow was at LSU, he doesn't have those kind of weapons. There is no Justin Jefferson to throw to. There is no Jamar Chase to throw to here. So I think we beat Cincy, which puts us at 5-6. We go to Seattle next. I don't see us beating Seattle again, even if there is no fans in the stands. I just don't see us flying all the way to Seattle and beating that team. Russell Wilson is still unbelievable talent, and Seattle's still a very good team. I don't think we're beating Seattle, so I think we go to 5-7 there. Arizona, they fly east. A lot of Giants fans say they're flying east. It's tough for them. They beat us last year, and I think they're a much better team. They're my dark horse in the NFC to make the playoffs. And Kyler Murray's my dark horse for MVP. I think it's a close game, but at the end of the day, I feel like we end up losing to Arizona as well. That puts us at 5-8, I believe. Cleveland, yeah, we're beating Cleveland. I'm going to say that right now. We beat Cleveland. We're gonna beat Cleveland. Yes, sir. Odell Beckham and company ain't getting it done. I have a feeling we're going to pick Baker Mayfield off a few times in this game, and the Giants are going to be determined to shut Odell Beckham down. To me, the key to this game is stopping Nick Chubb. I really think that's the key, and we got to contain Myles Garrett, but I think we get those things done, and I do think that we beat Cleveland, which will put us at 6-8. At Baltimore, not on their level, not close to their level. Baltimore's I've been picking Kansas City to go to the Super Bowl. I'm changing my pick. After the draft, I think Baltimore goes to the Super Bowl. I think Lamar Jackson's got a year of experience under his belt. I think Lamar Jackson could win the MVP this year. I love what they did in the draft. They got great receivers. They got a good running game. They got a great defense. They added Patrick Queen. I like what Baltimore's done a lot, and I don't think we come close to beating them. I think unless they're not playing at this point, I don't know why they wouldn't, because you usually do that the last week of the season. You're not going to rest your guys 2 weeks before the year ends. I kind of think they blow us out in this one. Moves us to 6-9. And then week 17, Dallas. I would love to say that we're going to beat Dallas. I would love to say that. This is a game where I think Dallas could be playing for the division title, and the Giants would love to upset them and knock them the hell out. I don't see it happening, though. I would love to say that we're going to beat Dallas. I would love to say we're going to beat Philadelphia. I've said that every year for the last 3 years. Oh, we're going to split with them. I'm not saying it this year. I think they sweep us. Again, I think this Giants team is a young team. I do think we're going in the right direction. I do think next year we will beat Dallas and Philadelphia. I really do. I can't pick us to beat them. I just can't. Again, I think it's a very close game, and I think Dallas kind of pulls away in the fourth quarter or comes from behind and wins in the fourth quarter in a close game. I think we're right there with these teams. I just don't think we're experienced or good enough to beat them yet. So that's my schedule prediction. I have us going 6-10. I know Giants fans, some guys that think with their hearts and not their heads, some guys that think every single Giants move we make is gold, some guys that never think we're going to lose a game, the rah-rah cheerleader fans. I know they say, Baddog, you're not a Giants fan. You think we're going to lose it? It's my prediction. I hope I'm wrong. I hope we're 10-6. I hope we're 12-4. Hope we win the Super Bowl. I'm just not predicting it. Not this year. Tune in for 2021 next year. Watch how different the schedule prediction is. Trust me. This tough schedule right here is going to build character and confidence in when we go into 2021 with a new draft class, working on the center, working on the edge rusher, working on that wide receiver with a lot more cap space. You're going to see the Giants be a very, very good team in 2021. Just not there yet, but we're headed in the right direction. We won 4 games last year. We're going to win 6 this year, from my prediction. 2021 is going to be much different. But that's all I got for this video, guys. Don't kill me. It's just my prediction. Like I said, hopefully I'm wrong. I'm wrong a lot of times, so hopefully I'm wrong this time. Anyway, that's all I got. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. It is the Bad Diggity Dizzle, and I am gone. Peace!